What is up, everybody? Welcome to Due to Bet Daily for July 8th, 2022. We got the brooms in the background because we got the sweep on yesterday, going 3-0 and improving to a positive record for the week. Happy we could get it done with some baseball. We got some big shoes to fill here, Magic. You're stepping in. The three of us went 3-0 yesterday. You going to make it 4-0 today?
Absolutely, baby. We got more CFL action. You want me to kick things off, or do you want to let Aaron go first?
Well, at first, I want to say I'm disappointed you didn't come on yesterday because you nailed the first pick in the NHL draft, which was plus 450 or something when it at the start of the day got hammered down. Mm-hmm. These drafts are crazy right now with like the way the information gets dispersed and how fast those odds are moving. But it got hammered down to like 225 or something. So shame on you for not being here. And also, we kind of did go 4-0 yesterday because Aaron gave out a 1-5 shot. I should give him credit there.
Well, I talked about it on, I was on the blinkers off. So if you caught, but by the time blinkers off was on, I think it was down to about 160. When I put the bet in, I think it was 135. Yeah. But you talked about it, what was it? The NBA number consensus overall pick fell to third. The NHL consensus pick fell to fourth. This guy for a year and a half for this draft class was consensus number one overall pick. Shane Wright is expecting to be the savior of Montreal. And then at the last second, he almost went to Arizona. So he went from being like at the top to being in hell. And then they said, hey, let's go to Seattle. He's like, oh, okay, that's a nice little pivot here. We'll go to Seattle instead. That's fine. It's quiet. I can just have a nice little career there.
And the Canadians still got their guy trading with the Blackhawks. I think it's Kirby Dutch that they got in to play center there. Hopefully the number one center for him. So we'll see if that pans out. But as Magic kind of spoiled it, I think he's having a mimosa right now, which is incredible because it's 9:03 there right now on the West Coast. We'll give you the honor here because you are headed up north. So before you get sloshed, Magic, who's your bet of the day here?
Oh boy, listen, we didn't have orange juice, so it's just straight champagne. Listen, Hockey Town, it's doses and mimosas for breakfast today. We're celebrating Lord Steve Yzerman drafted the next savior, Marco Kasper, yesterday, and then traded for Ville Husso, so thank you to you two gentlemen for the nice little gift. That's twice now that I think we've kind of come out better than St. Louis in a trade, but it's okay. You guys got rid of Husso. You got something for him, and we have a goalie that can actually play backup. So my best bet, let's talk about it. CFL, we're going to go back to it. I'm going back to my Saskatchewan Roughriders, who actually showed up last time. They made me look like a fool. They beat the piss out of Montreal Alouettes. What they're not going to do is beat the piss out of the Ottawa Red Blacks. And if you look at it, you're thinking, listen, Magic, Ottawa's 0-3. The coach is about to be fired. Why would you pick them +7? I'll tell you. Saskatchewan got beat to hell against Montreal. They got 3 starters from that game that are now out for this week. On top of that, their star wide receiver, Shaq Evans, still out for another month and a half. Their top quarterback, Cody Fajardo, has been in practice all week with a knee brace. Their punter is hurt. Who gets a punter hurt? That's how cursed Saskatchewan is, that the damn punter's hurt. They had to trade for some guy from Calgary just to come in, but now they don't know who's going to be place kicking. So Saskatchewan, they could be hooking left, hooking right, bouncing into the crowd, not making their field goals or their extra points. So the points are going to go down there. Meanwhile, Ottawa, they've played 3 games. They've lost by 7 twice to the top team in the league, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who are the big favorite to win the Grey Cup this year. And then they also only lost by 3 to the BC Lions, who are undefeated right now. So you've got a team that is +7, 0-3, but a sneaky good 0-3, Mike. And they're coming into Saskatchewan, who's beat to hell. They just want to get out of this game and move forward. They're going to try and do their best to just limp along, get through it. So let's go Ottawa +7. Go Red Blacks.
I just want to know how you have eyes on the Saskatchewan practice. The quarterback's in a knee brace. Like, did you have some like spy up there in Canada checking these teams out?
Listen, we all have our little birdies around places, right? We all have our little contacts info. Don't ask questions. Just understand I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I guess I have a hot dog guy, so I guess I can't really talk on this front. Aaron Halterman, you want to kick us off with a baseball bet? See if we can sweep these again today.
Well, there's so much to cover with Magic first here. Number one, not many people will have the balls to be drinking alcohol at 9 o'clock in front of his boss. So that's a good way to start off the day for Magic. And Magic, thankfully, there's not many places where you could do that and your boss would be totally okay with it and encourage it. So good for you and good for me. This guy, he was texting me during the Red Wings pick, and he was like, I hope it's this guy, I hope it's this guy, I hope it's this guy. It's some guy he didn't even mention, and he still thinks it's great. So what a guy this Magic is. Anyway, yeah, baseball, let's do it. Listen, I'm a baseball whiz because I got yesterday correct. Magic.
You paid about $20 too much for that.
I think he gave $1 for it at a flea market. But anyway, we'll go to the Phillies and we'll go to the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals are home after a long road trip and a tough road trip, which included a trip to Philadelphia and then 4 straight games against the Braves, obviously a very good team. They did win last night, so they did not lose all 4. They went 1 out of 4 in Atlanta. I like them coming back home. I like when Wainwright is pitching in a game that the Cardinals need to win. Listen, it's a long season, 162 games, but the Cardinals need to win tonight. They need to kind of stop this skid, kind of get back on a winning streak. The matchup with Philly, they're pretty evenly matched. These two teams, it should be a really good game. Philly starting a road trip tonight. Like I said, the Cardinals getting back from one, getting back at home. Wainwright on the mound, and they're plus money there at Busch Stadium. So I'm going to go St. Louis Cardinals plus 110 for my bet today.
I like it. I almost play the under in this game. It's a pretty good pitching matchup with Wheeler going for Philly as well. And Philly's kind of struggled scoring recently too. So I considered playing the under 8 there, but I like the Cardinals side of it. I'm going to play a total for my best bet. I'm going to head over to the south side of Chicago. The Tigers are actually playing good baseball right now. They've won 6 of the last 7. They're facing the White Sox. And this is an over 8 that I think should be over 9.5 or maybe even 10. We've got 2 blow-up pitchers throwing against each other, which is often a great sign for an over. So when you head over there, we got Skirbold and Galito facing each other. Galito, I think it's 5 of his last 7 starts. He's given up at least 4 runs. Skirbold was one of the Tigers' top prospects. He's really struggled this year. And again, he has these blow-up games. And when you have 2 teams that have blow-up pitchers and the total's just 8, all you need is one of the 2 to blow up. And it's highly likely they both give up 3 or 4 runs. I'm hoping we have 6 or 7 runs here by the 5th inning, and we just fly right over this over 8 total. So give me the over in the Tigers and the White Sox today. Papa Dude, keeping it hot. Who you got here in baseball?
Well, I'm going to go real quick because I've got to go bet this Ottawa game, why we can get this plus 7.
You don't want to go 6.5.
Really, I'm really worried about
Don't let it happen.
Really fast. I'm just amazed at what he knows about the CFL. It is amazing. Now, he's either full of shit or he really knows this stuff. And I think it's a combination of both. But it's just, when he comes in, he makes all the rest of us look bad. With his analysis, it's unbelievable. Now, if he could just get one right.
Yeah, that's the next part of what we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
We're on a hot streak, and I've got a dumb pick. So I don't go that much on this one. In fact, my secondary bet's even dumber. I was going to bet the Royals. The Royals, okay? The Cleveland's got a guy going out that's just god-awful, and I thought, and the Royals are their best pitcher. He's not very good. But I can't do it, so I'm going to go with one maybe even dumber. Minnesota is at Texas tonight, and Minnesota's slightly favored. The pitching matchup looks like the Twins might have the advantage, but when you dig into it a little bit, they're throwing out Sonny Gray tonight. He's 4-1, 2.47 ERA, which is excellent. Hasn't thrown that many innings, though. And he did not pitch well in his last outing. He gave up 3 earned runs in 5 innings. They had to pull him. Wasn't real good. Texas has lost 4 in a row. They're a little bit better than what their record is. They're coming home after a tough streak. Got a guy by the name of John Gray pitching. He is a strikeout pitcher. When he's on, he is tough to beat. I think he's going to end the losing streak tonight, and they're going to get going again. So I'm going to take the Rangers plus 108 at home over Minnesota.
I like it. And I agree with Kevin here. The bullpen for Minnesota, not very good. So that's definitely an advantage for Texas. Papa Dude going to the 2 shades of gray game here and taking the Rangers over Minnesota here. We'll go over the bets real quick before we close this out. We got a big day tomorrow. Make sure you join us again at noon tomorrow. We'll review how we did today. We're going to talk a little bit about Belmont, a couple of the monster races that they have with the Euro Invaders. So real quick, reviewing what we're going with today. Aaron heading over to St. Louis, taking the Cardinals, plus 110. Papa Dude, Rangers, plus 108 now. It was plus 100 when he originally bet it. Now we're up to plus 108. I'm going to take the Tigers, White Sox, over 8. Magic taking Ottawa, plus 7 against Saskatchewan, trying to improve his CFL record to 1-1. For the week, we're 3-2 after the sweep yesterday, up 1 unit. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. Thank you very much for joining us all. We'll see you guys tomorrow at noon.